Okay, here's all the cards. 6-deck blackjack. Dealer stands on all 17. No surrender. Blackjack pays 3-2. Before you just start immediately fast forwarding, hopefully you'll hang out and just hear me out here. This is my first video the day after YouTube announced their new rules about monetization, basically how it affects small channels. If you don't know what that means, you know, the ads that you see and may soon not see on my videos and other videos will be going away for most content creators like myself, unless you have 4,000 hours of viewing time in the last 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Now, is pretty unpopular for a lot of people that make their videos on YouTube, because I mean, I've been doing these blackjack tests here for a little over a year, and I have what, like 111 subscribers, and I don't know how much viewing time I have. And during that time, through those ads, I maybe made like $50, $60, which I haven't even received yet. It's still sitting in the system. So you might think, well, why, you know, big deal. You know, if you haven't even, if it's not, that's not very much money. It's certainly not enough to live on, and you haven't even cashed it in yet. You know, it's really more about the prospect and the idea that you can maybe make a little bit of money. Like, what would I even do with, you know, that, let's say, just say it's 50 bucks. You know, what would I do? Well, I mean, because it's not, I don't need that money, I would reinvest it in my channel. I would, you know, I'm going to need a new felt here. I could maybe get better cards than these Dollar Tree cards. And plus, it's just kind of, it's just nice to know that you're getting something other than likes and views for the work that you do. This is definitely a lot of work. I know, you know, what I've been seeing from people, they're saying, you know, there are people who are trying to blame Logan Paul and for that thing he did with in Japan. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I've never even heard of him before. And other people saying, if you're not a big a big YouTube star like some of these names, like Logan Paul, PewDiePie. I don't know. I have no idea who. I mean, I sort of heard PewDiePie, but I've never seen a PewDiePie video. My kids watch popular MMOs and other things, Disney car toys, things like that. You know, I think popular MMOs has like 11 million subscribers, which I honestly, I don't even understand. How can 11 million people stand to watch this guy play Minecraft and things like that? I mean, I guess he's entertaining. Anyway, so, you know, as far as getting 1,000 subscribers, I don't imagine that I'll ever have 1,000 subscribers on this channel. It'd be nice. You know, it's kind of a niche thing that we're doing here. Not that a lot of people. Oops. Oh. Well, obviously, a lot of people play blackjack, but a lot of people don't take. I don't think take the time. I'm going to run that through again since I dropped it. To study in the way that I'm trying to, or analyze the way I'm trying to here. And I don't know, maybe my content sucks, you know, but I do get views, and I do have a few subscribers, you suckers, but, you know, so I'll be out of that program. Now, really, the question is, am I going to continue doing these videos? And so, like I said, since I don't really make any considerable money from it, that would not really be the deciding thing. It's kind of more of like a, do I want to support YouTube in this, and by them taking these actions that they've taken, you know, against the small guy, the little guy. And so I haven't decided yet. I might find another venue to do this in. Maybe Daily Motion. But I think I will at least finish out this series of Chuck Temple. This is the 4th shoe. I don't want to just leave it unfinished. I don't like to do that. But, you know, if YouTube wants to say, screw you, little guy, it may become screw you, YouTube. And I'm sure I wouldn't be the only one. So, I wanted to get that off my chest and out there, so that I can run the shoe with fewer interruptions. Because if you watch me, you know sometimes I talk too much and distract myself. But anyways, either, you know, don't think that I don't appreciate your views and you being a subscriber if you are, because I do. I just think that it would be nice to have the opportunity to earn a couple of bucks for the effort. So there's that. Okay, Chuck Temple versus flat betting, 4th shoe. Almost done with the shuffle here. If you've never seen these videos before, I show you all the cards, perform the entire shuffle procedure, so that you can see that it's that I haven't preset anything, and not trying to prove that one system is better than another. Just trying to figure out if any system performs better than a baseline of flat betting. Both sides start with 50 units. You can scale units up to, you know, different dollar amounts. So one unit could be $5, could be $10, $25, $100. Keep track of the number of hands we run. Out of a 6-deck shoe with a 75 to 80% penetration, we've always gotten at least 45 hands. Okay, cutting the deck. I do it from that side, even though it's a little awkward for me to come around, so that it's like more like the player doing it. And oops, don't look, don't peek. Alrighty. Set those up over there in the shoe. Okay, the Chuck Temple system is going to be on this side. The flat better will be here. Each side, like I said, starts with 50 units. Those are there. Quickly take a look at those. Ta-da! Alright, and on the last video I had misplaced my Chuck Temple chart, but I found it. You start here. It's like a flow chart. If you on your wins, you go this way, or you follow the green lines. Losses, you go this way or follow the red lines. It's like a hybrid positive, negative, progressive system. You know, these numbers represent the numbers of units you'll be betting. This part down here, the 40% CLB, we'll talk about that if it comes up. For a full explanation of this, look to the first video in this series. I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about it. I'll pop this chart up a couple of times while we're running. Otherwise, I will keep this over here for myself. I did also find my bit of notes that that I had for the system. That's a burn card. The couple of things to note is that, you know, Chuck does recommend leaving the table once you've gotten up about 19 times your base bet. So for us would be 19 units. We're not going to do that. We're going to play right through the whole shoe. And you know, Chuck doesn't say in his video, and some of his math is kind of loose. That's another thing to point out. He doesn't say in his video, but I assume that he wants you to use perfect basic strategy. So I have that over here on the side. I get that from the Wizard of Odds. Both systems play on the same set of cards right here. It's the only way that you can really compare. If you have two sets of cards, this guy could get good cards, this guy could get bad cards, and it will seem like this is doing better. So in playing off the same cards, we will get a much better view of them going head to head. All right. Let's see. Did I give it to you? I did not. Okay. Starting off with a soft 13. 2 or 3 is just a hit. Your stands on all 17. I was looking at the wrong side of the card. Oh. Well, again, this is the 8 of Spades Studio Casino, where if you forget to put out your bet, we will assist you even after the cards came out, or even after the hand is played. All right, here you go. That would be a soft 17, 2 or 3, which if you could double, you would, but you can't, so you hit again. Hard 17. 10, 19. Okay, so you lost. In the Chuck Temple system, if you recall, you immediately go to a 2.2 wager. I need to give you change. So there's 1 unit. This is half a unit. These are tenths of units. So there's 5. And 2.2. Now let me also, oops, 2.2. I'm also keeping your current loss balance over here, the CLB. You will, that may come into play if you get several losses in a row. Chuck in his video says that, you know, you won't, or will very rarely have more than 3 losses in a row. And if anyone's been following my channel, you know that is not right. That is not true. You will very frequently get more than 3 losses in a row. In fact, you can have I don't know, a dozen in a row. Not that strange. 14 hits, 15, 25, and there you go. 2 in a row. It's cold again today. My fingers aren't working so well. Okay, now we double that wager to a 4.4. This is really, there it is. Come on. And I give, okay, so you're giving me that. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3. These are 20th units, just like a nickel would be in to a dollar. Okay, you need that change. $4.4. All right, 7 hits, 17, 10, 20. All right, Chuck. Just like that, you are going, let me just, you started here, you went 2.2, you lost, you moved down 4.4, you lost, now 9.6. Making me change already, huh? 9.6. There you go. Good luck. All right, so this is where Chuck, in his video, says, hey, no problem. You lost the 1, you lost the 2.2, you lost the 4.4. Don't worry, 9.6, you're going to win. That's what he says. Watch his video. It's linked up in the first one. Well, kind of hard to beat a dealer blackjack right off the top. Now, let me just see. 9.6, if you had won, you have 4.4 plus 2.2 plus 1 would be 6.6, 7.6. So you would be up by 2 units had you won that. But no, you didn't. You are now down by 16.2? No, yeah, 17.2 units. Is that right? I'm trying to do the math on the fly. So right out of the gate, 4 in a row. There's other systems out there that are going to say, don't worry, you'll win that 4th hand or something like that. Well, you didn't. All right, so now after losing 1, 2, 3 in a row, actually, sorry, 4 in a row, Chuck's way of thinking is you're on a losing streak. So stop increasing your wager, revert to a 1 unit, okay? And if you lose that, you just keep betting 1 unit. And when you win, which hopefully eventually you will, and this is why I'm keeping your loss total over here, you will bet 40% of your CLB, or your current loss balance, okay? So hopefully you get right into that. No matter what, by only wagering 40% of your CLB, you're going to close out this cycle at some point for a loss. I personally have a problem with that. But you know, it's a creative idea. I guess he's like, don't get greedy, because if you lose this and lose this, you're descending less quickly. Okay? So anyways, here we go. Hand 5. Looking for that elusive win. Worst shoe ever? Hope not. All right, a 10 to a 9, you're going to double down. Now, Chuck does not say what to do with multiple losses in double downs. We will just treat it as a regular loss, but we would, if you did lose, we would count that towards, you would just bring that into the CLB, just whatever it is. But 21, the worst you can do is push. 18, and you win. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 off of the top. Pay you there. Of course, pay the flat better too. Okay, now let's look. You won right here, right away. So you go 40% of CLB. All right, so let's pull these off, because those are not your losses. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14 and a half. 15.2, okay? So 15.2 times 0.4 for 40% is 6 units. Okay? Keep this over here in your loss, because if you lose, you're going to continue this 40% CLB. Okay, 6 units. 16 stands. 10, 21. This is another one of my problems, and you sort of get this in Fibonacci too, where you're losing, and then you win one, and then you just get right back onto losing. And in Fibonacci as well, your losing wagers start getting higher again. It progresses negatively, and same here with Chuck, that you are progressing. It's more negative progression. Okay, so a 15.2 plus 6 is a 21.2 times 0.4, 8.48. We're going to make it 8.5. 8.5. And of course, single unit for the flat better. peek, not there. 12 to a 10, hits. 13, you need what? Most important card, you need an 8. Too many. All right. So you that was an 8.5 bet off of being down 21.2. So 21.2 plus 8.5. You're now down 29.7 times 0.4. So your 40% is 11.88. So you have, there's 10. I'm going to give you some change. $11 point, you know what, can we just, let's call it 12, okay? But it shouldn't really matter that much, and it's a whole lot easier to deal with these whole numbers, especially once we get in large like this. Now I'll tell you, you know, there is, well, we'll see when you eventually win. Now, remember, this is where we are here. We're here in this loop, this death spiral, really. Because if you just keep losing, you're just going to keep eating away. Now, something like Martingale, you'd be, well, Martingale, you would have reset on that one win, right? And you would just be heading down again. Fibonacci, you would have come back a notch and gone down again. Anyways, for Chuck, here we're circling around the drain right here. And single unit for the flat better. Come on. So 14, 5, 15, 14, too many. Okay, now you cannot afford, I don't have to add it up, you cannot afford 40% CLV, whatever that might be. I'm not going to take the time to do the math. So you're going to go all in as if we were playing tournament hold'em. So that's 8.1, 0.2, 0.3, 8.3. Okay, if you win, we'll just reset you. You know, like I said, no matter what, when you close this out, you're going to close for a loss. So you'll just do what you can. Okay, you're not reaching into your pocket to get anything else. If you lose, you've busted out. Now, Chuck says that, you know, while that may happen, not to worry, your winning shoes or cycles will cancel out and put you ahead. That's what we're trying to find out here. 14 hits, 24. Well, there you go. That was nice, and that was quick. That was 9 hands. You had 1 win. Okay? 9 hands. Well, Chuck, that wasn't working out so good. However, we will give you an opportunity to redeem yourself and to continue on with this shoe. So we will let you buy back in. I guess I could have just taken that I put out, but we'll let you buy back in for another 50. That's what that Joker card represents, is going to be your marker. Because, you know, we want to give you a fair chance. Trying to remember, I think that on one of the shoes, since I'll tell you, since I take so long, in between these, sorry about that, this is the 4th shoe. There's been 1 winning shoe for Chuck. And I think on all the other ones, he's had to buy back in again like this. So we're not feeling good. Anyways, we're starting the system back over at the top, base bet 1 unit. Oh, oops, I should actually say insurance. Insurance closed. You don't take insurance, and I don't have it. 5, you can hit a 5 safely with just about anything. 15, not so safe, but you gotta do it anyways. 18, 3, 13, 13, you gotta watch out now for that 8. 8's the card you needed, 9's the card you got, so you win. Remember, I always say that 8 is the most important card in the game. It's either the card you need or the card you don't need. Alright, so, been a while. When you win from the top, you just repeat that wager of 1. I'm going to give you change, actually. I'll explain why. Those of you that have followed along, you know that because I like to put a little mark right there, so I know that you're on the winning streak, on the winning side of things. Otherwise, very easy for me to get confused. That was hand 10, by the way. Like I said, I keep track, so when I do the summary, we know how many hands we've played, and just another piece of data. 15 stands, 6, 9, 18, and like that you lose, so I'm going to take that off. Anytime you lose on the positive side, or even from the beginning point with Chuck Temple, you immediately go into the onto the negative side of the progression and a wager of 2.2. So I got to give you change again. There's no easy way around that other than to use different denominations, but I'm not going to do that because then it screws up the flat better. Well, there you go. Will it stand? What was that? That was a 4. It does. Okay, good. So that's 1.5 here. That's 2.2 for you there. Plus half of 2.2 is 1.1.